32 ticks following, so they are swallowing. Monkey is swallowing, snake self swallowing. Next, a swallow too will fly and come and swallow. You're ever swallow in a hollow gallow, making a whole lot of halabaloo. Jale galoo, we know say you took the money from, so give me the loot.
Hello and greetings to you all. I am Usifu Jalloh. I am from the beautiful country called Sierra Leone in West Africa. And I want to big up all of you. Greetings to you all at the Ake Arts and Book Festival. Thank you for hosting me. Thank you for being such a fantastic festival to be spreading African culture all over the world. I say, in, and you give me out, all right? And so I am going to tell you some stories all the way from Sierra Leone, all the way from my backyard in Sierra Leone. And I hope you are ready. But in Sierra Leone, before we start any story, we first of all have to ask your permission. We have to ask your permission. And so the way I'm going to ask your permission is simple. When I say ill, you give me ow. Ill. Fantastic, fantastic. You're ready to go now. We'll take it one more time. Ill, and you give me ow. I say ill, ow, ill, ow. Choba. No. Ha. I say ill, ow, ill, ow. Me papa say make I sit on our house. When me party come, we go Lonely Beach. Motor car go broke me waist. Tranga is no good oh. Tranga is no good oh. I go follow me party, we go Lonely Beach. Motor car go broke me waist. Opa! I say Ela. I say Ina. I know. If you're ready for a story, I am ready for a story. Oh. And now, I want to take you all the way to Freetown. But not just in Freetown. I want to take you all the way to my town, Kamakuye. When you get to Kamakuye, they greet you, Unwali, Mande, Mambena, Njarama, Tanala, Bichege, Cho, Asekushe, and then I want you to sit with me. Sit with me by the Little Scarces River. I want you to sit with me by the river with the gazillion stars in the sky. And I want you to listen to my grandmama tell you a story. Oh! And my grandmama, before she starts a story, she says to you, Mborobena, and you answer, Yakumpa, Yakampa, Yakmodo. Ciao. Mborobena, Yakumpa, Yakampa, Yakmodo. Ciao. And now, my grandma is ready for you. Well, there was an old woman. This old woman, she had the most beautiful garden you can ever imagine. I mean, her garden was so beautiful. I mean, so beautiful, everything you wanted was growing in this old woman's garden. I mean, if you wanted some delicious big cherry mango, it was growing in her garden. If you wanted some delicious pineapple, it was growing in her garden. If you wanted some delicious shokoto yokoto, it was growing in her garden. Oh, if you wanted bitter leaf, it was all growing in her garden. I say, Ela, and you give me a out. Well, there was only one problem. And this one problem was one tiny little mouse that could not keep its tiny little legs off this lady's garden. Every single day, this mouse would sneak into the lady's garden, sneak into it and will nibble the yam, nibble the potato, nibble the cocoa, nibble the yam, nibble this, nibble that, until the lady got fed up and said, enough is enough. I am going to put a trap in the garden. And as the lady got up to put the trap in the garden, Mouse was passing by when Mouse saw the lady putting the trap. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! How do you expect me to eat now? What is this? What kind of woman is this? How do you expect me to eat now? How can you come and put trap in the garden? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Well, you all know very well that Mouse very, very smart. And so Mouse decided to go and meet his 3 best friends and ask them for help. And as Mouse went off to meet his 3 best friends, his first best friend that he went to was Cow. Hello, Cow. Hello, Cow. Hello, Cow.
Yeah, what? Yes, I say what? What is it?
Cow, there's a problem. There's a really big problem. There's a problem. There's a trap in the garden. Please help me get rid of the trap, or else there'll be big trouble here.
Hey, look here, let me tell you something here. Let me tell you, let me tell you, understand me? Look, it's none of my business, you understand? It's none of my business, you understand me? Let me tell you, see, I don't eat in the garden, you understand? I don't eat there, you understand? Hey, look here, don't mix me to this kind of nonsense, you understand me? Hey, Jareo. Look here, let me tell you something. You see how big my neck is? It will never be caught in that trap, you understand me? Hey, you understand me? So please go sort your problem out, all right? Well, Cow would not help. Mouse was hungry. Mouse was so hungry, he barely crawled to his next best friend, Goat. Hello, Goat. Hello, Goat. Hello, Goat. Meh, what, meh, what, meh, what, meh, what is it, meh, what? Goat, there's a problem. There's a really big problem. There's a trap in the garden. Please help me get rid of the trap, or else there'll be big trouble. Please help me. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You understand me right there? Let me tell you right now. Let me tell you right now. Okay? You see, I do not eat in the garden. All right? I don't eat there. It's none of my business. You understand me? Look here. Let me tell you plain. Let me tell you right now. For as long as there's grass, I am happy. You understand me? You see how big my neck is? It will never be caught in that trap. Never. So please go sort your problem. Goat wouldn't help either. Mouse was hungry. Mouse was so hungry, his stomach was now touching his spine. And Mouse could barely crawl to his next best friend, Chicken. Hello, Chicken. Look. Don't you even bring it here. Don't you bring it. Right, look here. Look, just talk to the hands. In fact, talk to the feathers, cause the face is not even listening. Right? So please, oh, Chareo, take your problem far away and do not bring it here. You understand? Because Cow has told me about you. Goat has told me about you, and I know very well what you're coming for. You go and find problem for yourself, and you want to bring it to me. So please, as long as I fly, you understand that? I fly, you understand that? For as long as there's rice,
I am okay. Please, it's none of my business. You go and sort your problem out. Chicken wouldn't help either. Mouse was hungry. Mouse was hungry. And as Mouse went back, sat down quietly. Me mama say make I no come out. Me papa say make I sit down a house. When me party come, we go Lumley Beach. Motor car go broke me waist. Tranga is no good oh. Tranga is no good oh. I go follow me paddy, we go Lumley Beach. Motor car go broke me waist. Time passed by. As time passed by, Cobra the snake was hungry. And Cobra had heard that Mouse was vulnerable. And that Mouse loves to hang out in the garden. And so Cobra was ready for dinner. And as Cobra got up, slithing and sliding through the garden, slithing and sliding through the garden, looking for Mouse, Cobra did not see the trap. The trap caught hold of Cobra, and Cobra lay down there. Oh, God, this is so painful. Oh, my word. Oi, ay, Jari, what wahala is this? Ay, this is painful. Oi. Well, I am just going to lay down here, and I'm going to pretend to be dead. Oh, this is painful. Snake, lay down there pretending to be dead. All the fruits and vegetables were looking all nice. Everything was lovely and delicious. And so the lady, she came out to prepare, to get some vegetables and fruits to go and prepare food for her 10 sons and 10 daughters. And as she came out, she's going through the garden, picking up some yam, picking up some potato, picking up this, picking up some hot pepper, picking up some bitter leaf, some ewedu, and as she picked everything, she came together. And as she was about to step out of the garden, she did not see the snake. She stepped on Cobra, and Cobra bit the lady. And Cobra put so much poison, the lady fell down and died instantly. Ikú bọ̀lá jẹ́ o. Bọ̀lá jẹ́. Ikú o. Ikú bọ̀lá jẹ́ o. Bọ̀lá jẹ́. Death has come. Well, I do not know how you do it anywhere where you are from. I don't know, but let me tell you, here in Sierra Leone, and I am sure in Nigeria, I am sure in Ghana, wherever you might be, a woman like this, with many family, many children, so many of them, they gather together. They gather together to come and, like honor this lady as she's passed on. So many of them, they came together. I mean, they came. Those who came to chichitata, there they are. Those who came to lie and gossip, there they are. Those who came to eat and drink, there they are. Those who came to just do anything, there they are. And they came. They ate, they drank, they ate, they drank, they ate, they drank. I tell you what, someone special came like this. If you call a woman, African woman, no go gree. She go say, I be lady you. If you call a woman, African woman, no go gree. She go say, I be lady you. Hey, my people, they even brought the great fella, and when they came, they ate, they drank, the food finished, everything, pata, and they said, hey, what are we going to do now? What are we going to do? People are coming, more people are coming. How are we going to feed all these many people that are coming? Somebody thought, wait a minute. The lady, she has got a cow. Of course. They went backyard, grabbed hold of cow, boofed to the ground. As they put the knife, mouse came out. You see? You see, cow? You see what I was telling you? It is the trap that caught the snake that bit the lady. She is dead. Now you two are going to... Ikubolaje o. Let us say it was the most delicious cow kang you ever tasted. I mean, or cow suya you ever tasted. It was delicious. Everybody finished. Well, time passed by. Again, I don't know how you do it where you are, but in Sierra Leone, 40 days after the lady had gone, everybody came back together to say a final bye-bye to this lady. And as they came to say final bye-bye to the lady, 40 days after they came, they gathered. Those who came to chichitata, there they are. Those who came to eat and drink, there they are. Those who came to cry and mourn, there they are. Those who came to just be there they are. And they all came together. I mean, they ate, they drank, they ate, they drank, they ate, they drank. And as they finished, they invited somebody like this. Elu mi o kereri, mo yege mo dupe. Elu tietedo, sori oke olumo. Elu mi o kereri, mo yege mo dupe. Elu tietedo, sori oke olumo. Lórí òkè hu pẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀, ibẹ̀ la gbé bí mi sí o. Ibẹ̀ la gbé tà mí dàgbà o, ilé òmìnira. Máyọ̀, 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 lórí Olúmọ. Mayo, Lórí Olúmọ, Mayo, Lórí Olúmọ, yeah. Mayo, Lórí Olúmọ. And they ate, they drank, the food finished. More people were coming. Hey, how are we going to feed all these many people? And all of a sudden they thought, hey, wait a minute, the lady, she has got a goat. They went backyard, grabbed hold of goat, boofed to the ground. As they put the knife, out came mouse. You see? You see goat? You see what I was telling you? It is the trap that caught the snake that bit the lady. She is dead. Cow is dead. You two are going to... Ikubolaje o. Bolaje. It was the most delicious goat kebab you ever tasted. Everybody finished. And now they sat down. And as they sat down, they're thinking their teeth now. This is lovely. I wonder who is going to drop next. This kind of thing. And they're right there when all of a sudden, one long gone relative was late to come. Wherever this relative was, I think it was the corona that held this relative there, and they couldn't get flights to come back. Well, it was either the corona or their papers, but whichever way it is, they came late. When they arrived, they thought, hey, this very important relative, what are we going to do now to feed this important relative? Somebody came out and said, hey, wait a minute, the lady, she's got a chicken. They grabbed hold of chicken, boofed to the ground. As they put the knife, mouse came out. You see chicken? You see what I was telling you? It is the trap that caught the snake that bit the lady. She is dead. Cow is dead. Goat is dead. You two are going to equal. Ikú Bọ́lájẹ́ o. Bọ́lájẹ́. And so, my friends, rain does not fall on one man's doorstep. When the rain falls, it falls on everybody's doorstep. And so, my people, I want you all to understand what happens in Nigeria affects Sierra Leone. What happens in Ghana affects Nigeria. What happens in South Africa affects England. What happens in Zimbabwe affects Gambia. We are all in this together. We must learn how to look after each other. Well, people ask me all the time. They says, Usifu Jalloh, cow footprints. Please tell us whatever happened to mouse and the garden then. Well, let me tell you what happened. Every single day, mouse would sit down underneath a palm tree, and mouse would drink some palm wine. Sometimes mouse might try some ogogoro, will nibble on some yam, nibble on some corn, and mouse would sing a simple song like this. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, every little thing is gonna be all right. Every little thing is going to be all right if we learn to look after each other. I will be back. Don't go away.
Ikú tí ìbá fi pani ló fi ṣe ni lóore ní kùtùkùtù ayé òwúrọ̀. Olórí ayé o, kìkì àlàmáṣègbè. Bàbá mo ní mọ̀mọ́ jẹ́ àtàfà nílẹ̀ yìí, ẹ̀mọ́ iyán ni ó jẹ́ àtà sẹ́nu. Mímọ́ ni, funfun ni, mímọ́ 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 Olódùmarè. Àkànkí, àpèlà. Ọjọ́ gbogbo bí ọdún jẹ́ ríre mú lónìí o. Thank you. Àwa wá o. Ọmọlújíjẹ fọ̀wé ṣàkàwùlẹ̀ ẹgbà wọn ò débì kan.
ṣàkàwùlẹ̀ ẹgbà wọn ò débì kan.
ìbò òyìnbó rin máìlì mẹ́fà.
ìbò òyìnbó rin máìlì mẹ́fà.
ẹ sáré tí tibẹ̀ ní máa kú.
ẹ sáré tí tibẹ̀ ní máa kú.
ẹgbọ́n ní bùrú yọ sókè ọjà.
ẹ̀rọ ìrọ̀rùn yọ sókè ọjà.
pẹ̀kí ẹ kó sọ́jà lọ́nà.
pẹ̀kí ẹ kó sójà lọ́nà.
wọ́n gbá ẹ lójú wọ́n gbá ẹ nímú.
wọ́n gbá ẹ lójú wọ́n gbá ẹ nímú.
wọ́n gbá ẹ nípa kan òmù pọ́nrẹ́lẹ̀.
wọ́n gbá ẹ nípa kan òmù pọ́nrẹ́lẹ̀.
ogun àdùnbílẹ̀ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀.
ogun àdùnbílẹ̀ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀.
ìyá rẹ̀ ń bẹ́ lọ bí ewúrẹ́.
ìyá rẹ̀ ń bẹ́ lọ bí ewúrẹ́.
ọmọ rẹ̀ ń bẹ́ lọ bí ìgalà.
ọmọ rẹ̀ ń bẹ́ lọ bí ìgalà.
ìwọ náà ń bẹ́ lọ bí àparò.
ìwọ náà ń bẹ́ lọ bí àparò.
omi ìrèké lẹ̀ ń bù sebẹ̀.
omi ìrèké lẹ̀ ń bù sebẹ̀.
lẹ̀ ń bù sebẹ̀ lẹ̀ tún fi ń rọ̀ mọ́.
lẹ̀ ń bù sebẹ̀ lẹ̀ tún fi ń rọ̀ mọ́.
ó yá o. ó yá o. ẹni rẹ̀ ń kó wá bá wa yọ.
ó yá o. ó yá o. ẹni rẹ̀ ń kó wá bá wa yọ.
ó yá o. ó yá o. ẹni rẹ̀ ń kó wá bá wa yọ o.
ó yá o. ó yá o. ẹni rẹ̀ ń kó wá bá wa yọ.
ó yá o. ó yá o. ẹni rẹ̀ ń kó wá bá wa yọ.
ó yá o. ó yá o. ẹni rẹ̀ ń kó wá bá wa yọ.
And yes, I am back. I am Usifu Jalloh from the beautiful country called Sierra Leone. And so I big up all of you at the Ake Arts and Book Festival. All of you watching around the world, big up to you all. It's great to be here. And now I want to tell you a story. I want to tell you a story about the strongest man. I mean, he was strong. He was so strong. I mean, muscle digging. I mean, 12 packs. I mean, he was strong. And his name was Sie Kotoro. Sie Kotoro was so strong, so powerful that everybody in the whole village, if you want to test your strength, if you want to test yourself to show that you are strong, you must come and wrestle with Sie Kotoro. But Sie Kotoro was not just one ordinary person that you go and wrestle with like that. No. To wrestle with Sie Kotoro, you must go through his wife. You must go and consult his wife and ask her for permission to meet Sie Kotoro. Why? Because Sie Kotoro had one thing he loved the most. Sie Kotoro loved to climb up a palm tree and loved to drink palm wine. Well, in Sierra Leone, we call it mampama. We call it poyo. We call it from God to man. Sie Kotoro loved to go there and he will drink some palm wine. He'll climb up the tree and will drink some palm wine. And then when he comes down, he's gathered all his strength and is ready to wrestle. So if you want to fight Sie Kotoro, you must make sure you go and consult his wife. And so every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year, all over the villages, everyone will come to wrestle with Sie Kotoro. First, to call Sie Kotoro, his wife has to call him up the palm tree. Sie Kotoro, Sie Kotoro, Indomana, Kongo Mayere, Kongo Ma Indomana, Kongo Mayere, Kongo Mampankana, Kongo Mayere, Kongo Ma. And so they will sing and then they will call Sie Kotoro for him to come down to wrestle. Well, it came to pass that the first one to come was Lion. Lion says, look here, I'm coming for Sie Kotoro. I am stronger than Sie Kotoro. I am going to wrestle with Sie Kotoro. And Lion, he came. And he asked the wife, where is your husband? And the wife says, oh, he's up the palm tree. Let me call him for you. And they call Sie Kotoro. Sie Kotoro, Sie Kotoro, Indomana, Kongo Mayere, Kongo Ma Indomana. Indomana, Congo mayere Congo ma Indomana, Congo mayere Congo mampankana, Congo mayere Congo mampa lion, Congo mayere Congo ma tepeni, Congo mayere Congo ma gonkati, Congo mayere Congo ma pagudu pa, Congo mayere Congo ma pagudu pa, Congo mayere Congo na fu berang. And all of a sudden, Siekotoro came down and he saw lion standing there. Siekotoro, muscle, big bing, 12 pack. And they held on with lion. I mean, the wrestling was no joke. They held on tight. And Siekotoro's wife, she came down to watch the wrestling. And they started. Now, bin kamalaude, bin saga, 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 na perere, na jibing. Lion was on the ground. Siekotoro defeated lion, and lion ran away. Oh, who is going to defeat Siekotoro? Elephant came. Nag bin kamalao des bin saga bin kamalao dek bin saga bin kamalao de pererep na jiging. Lion was down on the ground. Hey! Who is going to defeat Siekotoro? Gorilla came with his big chest. Nag bin kamalao dek bin saga bin kamalao dek bin saga bin kamalao dek bin saga nag bin kamalao dek bin saga na pererep na jiging. Oh! Gorilla was done. Siekotoro was still the strongest. Now let me tell you something. You must be wondering, who is this Siekotoro that is so strong? Well, Kotoro, in my language, in Limba, Kotoro is a lizard. But this was not just any ordinary lizard. Kotoro was a special lizard indeed. And so, every single day and month, as one after the other they came, Cat came and says, I am going to try my best. I am going to see what I can do to make sure I defeat Siekotoro. What? You tiny little cat, who do you think you are? Look at you, look how tiny you are. Lion came, lion could not do it, eh? Gorilla came, could not. You tiny little cat, and cat says, I am going to do my best. They say, well, go ahead and disgrace yourself. And so cat went off. And as cat went off, he met Siekotoro's wife. And he says, I am here. And the wife says, all right. And she called, Siekotoro, Siekotoro, Indomana, Congo mayere Congo ma Indomana, Congo mayere Congo mampankana, Congo mayere Congo mampayari, Congo mayere Congo ma tepeni, Congo mayere Congo ma gonkati, Congo mayere Congo ma pagudu pa, Congo mayere Congo ma pagudu pa, Congo mayere Congo ma fu bedang. And Siekotoro came down. And as Siekotoro came down, looking at this puny little tiny cat, he says, this all? Whatever the case, they held on. They held on. Nag bin kamalao dek bin sagat 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 na fair national robong. Cat landed on its four legs. Siekotoro had never seen this before. What is this? Hey! And they held on again. Nag bin kamalao dek bin sagat 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 na fair national robong. Hey! Cat landed again on its 4 feet. Whoa, what am I going to do now? Siekotoro was beginning to get tired. Nag bin kamalao dek bin sagat bin kamalao dek bin sagat bin kamalao dek bin sagat na fair na robong. And by this time, Siekotoro was so tired, he ran away. And as he ran away, Cat chased him. Come back here. I am not finished yet. The fighting has only just started. Come back. But Siekotoro He couldn't stand it. He ran away. And everybody in the whole village, they came together and they lifted Mr. Cat. They put Mr. Cat inside a hammock. And they carried Mr. Cat. And as they carried him, they were all singing as they carried Mr. Cat. Beba bari beng punguna inyaw, beba bari beng punguna inyaw, yari ke beng punku inyaw, beba bari beng punguna inyaw, yari ke beng punku inyaw. And basically it means the thing that everybody found so difficult, Cat has come and done it all. Beba bari beng punguna inyaw, yari ke beng punku inyaw, beba bari beng punguna inyaw, yari ke beng punku inyaw, beba bari beng punguna inyaw, yari ke beng punku inyaw, beba bari beng punguna inyaw, yari ke beng punku inyaw. And so, my people, I want you all to understand, in your greatest challenge, you will discover your greatest strength. I will be back.
La culture est un paramètre de développement. Un peuple sans culture vivra sans identité et sera marginalisé des communautés socio-culturelles. Ce qui m'enchante, c'est le sang noir qui circule dans mes veines. Le griot, l'expérience et la connaissance forment la conscience. Je suis parce que nous sommes. I am because we are. La culture est un paramètre de développement. Un peuple sans culture vivra sans identité et sera marginalisé des communautés socio-culturelles.
Hello again. Greetings to you all. Uwali, Ekushe, all the way from Sierra Leone. I am Usifu Jalloh from Sierra Leone, and I am bigging up all of you here at the Ake Arts and Book Festival. It is great to see you all wherever you are around the world. Welcome to this magical, wonderful festival. Well, I am going to tell you another story. And this story I want to share with you. This story is about another beautiful, beautiful princess. I mean, she was beautiful. And this princess, so beautiful. You may think that a princess so beautiful must be able to do everything. But nah, this princess was not able to do everything. In fact, one of the major things that this princess was not able to do was to dance. That was her biggest problem, to dance. And so her father, the king, the Oba, was a bit worried. Her mother, the queen, was a bit worried. How can we have a princess, a beautiful princess that could not dance? What are we going to do? Everybody came for her hand in marriage. But nah. None of them were good enough. And so the king said, whoever is going to marry my daughter, you must be somebody who must be able to play the most wonderful music for my daughter, to inspire my daughter to get up and dance. To dance the adua, to get up and dance the agbaja, to get up and dance the bondokali, to get up and dance the bondo, to get up and dance the gelede, whoever can play the most wonderful music. Well, it was clear. Hands down, there was only one particular individual who can play music better than everybody. It was clear, there was no argument. In fact, this one individual, he was, in my language, we call him Wosi. In another language, they call him Pangis. In another language, they call him Bra Anansi. In another language, they call him Mr. Spider or Bra Spider. Whatever name you call him, he was the best musician that everybody knew. And they said, hands down, he's going to win it. And oh, Wosi, Bra Spider, Pangis, he had just released his #1 hit single. And when he came, he was around everywhere. Tamadufa, tamadufa, boom, boom, 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 tamadufa, tamadufa, boom, boom, tamadufa, tamadufa, boom, boom, tamadufa, boom, 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 boom. Oh, wherever he went with his music, tamadufa, everybody was excited. They will come round and they will dance. I mean, Bra Spider and Nancy the Spider, Pangis, Wosi. He would travel all the way to China. Tamadufa, tamadufa, boom, boom, tamadufa, 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 boom, 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 tamadufa, 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 boom, 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 boom. I mean, he went all the way to Japan. Tamadufa, 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 boom, 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 boom. He went all the way to India. Tamadufa, 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 boom, 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 boom. He went all the way to France. Tamadufa, 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 boom, 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 boom. He went all the way to Zimbabwe. Tamadufa, 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 boom, 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 boom. He went all the way to South Africa. Tamadufa, 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 boom, 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 boom. Oh, I said wherever he went all the way to Congo. Tamadufa, 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 boom, 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 boom. And he traveled all the way to Gabon. Tamadufa, 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 boom, 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 boom. He traveled to Kenya, and when he got to Kenya, tamadufa, 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 boom, 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 boom. And he traveled all the way to Cameroon. Tamadufa, 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 boom, 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 boom. He traveled all the way to Gambia. But as he was going to Gambia, he passed through Nigeria. When he heard gossip around that, hey, wait a minute, there is something going around. There is something called Ake Art and Book Festival that is happening in Nigeria, right there. And wait a minute, and he was listening again, and he heard that, in fact, at this Ake Art and Book Festival, there is a princess that they are looking for whoever can play the best music to marry this princess. My time has come. I am going to be a prince. I mean, who else can play music better than me? Anansi, Pangis. And so he stopped in Nigeria. He went off and he asked his way, and they showed him where the Oba's palace was. And off he went to the Oba's palace. And as he got there, the Oba looked at him and says, he says, yes, I am here. I am here. And the Oba looked at him and says, who are you? Hey, wait a minute. What kind of Oba is this? He's thinking to him. What kind of Oba is this? Who does not understand who I am? I mean, don't you understand? I am Kweku and Nancy. I am Brass Spider. You know, I mean, right? You know, don't you understand? I am the number one. You know what I mean? I am the number one, okay? I am number one on the chart, all right? You know, don't you? And the Oba is still thinking, who is this now, Jerry? I am here for your daughter. I am here to marry your daughter. I am the best number one musician in town. And the Oba says, really? He says, well, okay. Well, let us see if you are the best number one. Let us hear your music. Oh. And Nancy the Spider, he got up. He says, all right, I am ready for you. And he started. Tamadufa, tamadufa, pum pum. Tamadufa, tamadufa. Tamadufa, tamadufa. Tamadufa, tamadufa, pum 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 pum. Tamadufa, tamadufa. Tamadufa, tamadufa. Tamadufa, tamadufa, pum 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 pum. Tamadufa, tamadufa. Tamadufa, tamadufa. Tamadufa, tamadufa, pum 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 pum. Tamadufa, tamadufa. Tamadufa, tamadufa. Tamadufa, tamadufa, pum 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 pum. Whoa! I mean, the whole of Yoruba land, the whole of Igbo land, the whole of Ekwale land, the whole of Urobo land, the whole of them, they have never heard such music before. They all got up to dance. The princess was about to get up when from far, Mr. Prawn, he came in the scene and he says, hey, he says, king, me too, I can play music better. He says, I can play music. And the king thought, what? You can also play? He says, of course, king. I can play better. And the king says, well, you know what? For the interest of fairness, let there be a competition. And Brass Spider, he thought to himself, I cannot believe this. Look at you, Prawn. Look at your mouth. It's all over the whole place. Your hands are all over the whole place. And you come here, you think you can come and beat me on music? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you... where do you come from? Coming here, come and think you can do something. You see, these are the kind of things with you little people. You do not know nothing. Your mouth is scattered all over the whole place. Your legs all over, and you think you can play music. Please. So the king says, look here, you know what? Let there be a competition. And so, there was a competition. But the competition was to be held 7 days after, to give them time to go and practice. Well, so Prawn went away. When Prawn went away, Prawn went all the way to Guinea Conakry. And when he got to Guinea, they showed him the djembe. And with the djembe, he started practicing. Dindi ma femo, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Dindi ma femo, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Dindi ma femo, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Padam padam pam pam, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Salumbe, musayo salumbe. And he played the drum in Guinea. And he left there and he went all the way to Senegal. When he got to Senegal, they gave him the Bukarabu. And at the Bukarabu, they taught him again to play there. Dindi jinji ma femo salumbe, musayo salumbe. Dindi jinji ma femo salumbe, musayo salumbe. Dindi jinji ma femo salumbe, musayo salumbe. Padam padam pam pam salumbe, musayo salumbe. Padam padam pam pam salumbe, musayo salumbe. Oh, all the way from Senegal. He left Senegal and he went all the way to Gambia. When he got to Gambia, they gave him the tama. And as he held onto the tama, he started. Dindi dindi ma femo, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Dindi dindi ma femo, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Dindi dindi ma femo, salumbe, musayo salumbe. And oh, he left Gambia. And he traveled all the way to Sierra Leone. When he got there, they taught him to play the kongoma. Oh, dindi dindi ma femo, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Dindi dindi ma femo, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Dindi dindi ma femo, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Padam padam pam pam, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Dindi dindi ma femo, salumbe, musayo salumbe. And he did not just stop in Sierra Leone. He traveled all the way to Nigeria. When he got to Nigeria, he held on to the shekere and he started. Dindi dindi ma fema, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Dindi dindi ma fema, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Dindi dindi ma fema, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Pira rira na, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Dindi dindi ma fema, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Chakacha, chakacha, salumbe, musayo salumbe. And he did not just live in Nigeria. He moved on. He moved all the way to Burkina Faso. When he got there, they gave him the xylophone. Dindi dindi ma fema, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Dindi dindi ma fema, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Salumbe, musayo salumbe. Salumbe, musayo salumbe. Well, he did not just stop there. He went all the way down to Zimbabwe, and they gave him the little mbira. Dindi dindi ma femo, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Dindi dindi ma femo, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Dindi dindi ma femo, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Padam padam pampa, salumbe, musayo salumbe. Padam padam pampa, salumbe, musayo salumbe. And he played the mbira and he learned. And when he finished, he went all the way to meet the Fulani people. And he held on. And he carried on. Dindi dindi ma femo. Dindi dindi ma femo. And he learned to play the Fulani flute. And well, I guess you're wondering, well, what is Mr. Kweku Anansi, the spider with the #1 hit single? What is he doing with his own time? Well, as you know, Mr. Spider, Kweku Anansi of the great #1 hit single, he was now a celebrity. Oh, he did not bother. Wherever he went, he was given red carpets. He was now hanging down the, every single celebrity party, he was there. He was into Big Brother. He was into Big Sister. He was doing all of them. I mean, wherever he went, he was hanging out with all the big ones, whether they were the ones ruling or whether they're wherever there was a party, that's where you'll find Anansi. Mr. Spider, Panges, Wosi, wherever, that's where you'll find him chilling out with the best clothes, eating yam, eating fufu, eating okra, eating egusi, all of these things he was enjoying. The time came for the competition. The king sat down. The courtyard was jam-packed with people from all over to come and listen to this great music competition. Who is going to become the next prince? Who is going to marry this beautiful princess? Who will make this princess get up to dance? Of course, Mr. Spider. Pangis was the one everybody thought he's going to do. I mean, have you heard his music? Don't you know how well he plays music? Hey, this one, Mr. Spider, he can play a wall, see? Pangis, that one can play music. Have you not heard his music? Have you not heard his #1 hit single? You too? You've heard it? Of course, that's the one. Spider came. But Prawn was nowhere to be seen. Everybody's looking around. Where is Mr. Prawn? Mr. Prawn was nowhere to be seen. Mr. Spider, he came. And as he walked in, wearing his, I think they call it Gucci jacket, he's walking in with his, in fact, he was driven in by inside a Prado. And as he was driven in a Prado, wearing his Gucci and wearing a Givenchy, all the cheese he was wearing, he walked in. He looked around. Prawn was nowhere to be seen. And Mr. Spider, he started. Tamadufa, 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 tamadufa. And even before he started, everybody started jumping. Tamadufa, 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 pum pum. Tamadufa, 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 tamadufa. Tamadufa, 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 tamadufa. I mean, the whole place erupted. Everybody was dancing. I mean, everybody was dancing. I say, tamadufa, 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 pum 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 pum. Well, by the time you know it, Prawn was nowhere to be seen. Well, the crowd, it was overwhelming. There was dust flying everywhere as people got up to dance. Well, the princess got up. As the princess got up to dance, from far away, they heard. What sound is this? Who is this? We have never heard a sound like this. Who is this? When they looked from far, they saw Mr. Prawn carrying his djembe all the way from Guinea. Din 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 di ma fem salumbe musayo salumbe din 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 di ma fem salumbe musayo salumbe padam padam pam pam salumbe musayo salumbe padam padam pam pam salumbe musayo salumbe din din di ma fem salumbe musayo salumbe padam padam. Oh, I mean Mr. Prawn, with everything he had learned, he went all the way to Nigeria and he took his shekere. Shekelek, shekelek, shek, shalumbe, musayo salumbe, shekelek, shekelek, shek, shalumbe, musayo salumbe. And he went all the way to Burkina Faso and he carried on. Oh, salumbe, musayo salumbe, salumbe, musayo salumbe. All the way from Zimbabwe, he took Zimbira. Ting-lak, ting-lak, ting. Salumbe, musayo salumbe. Ting-lak, ting-lak, ting. Salumbe, musayo salumbe. He went all the way. Sierra Leone, he took his Kongoma. Oh, tonging, tongonging, tonging, tondonging. Salumbe, musayo salumbe. Din 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 di ma fem. Salumbe, musayo salumbe. And he took his tama all the way from Gambia. Timara, 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 timara. Salumbe, musayo salumbe. Timara, timara, timara. Salumbe, musayo salumbe. Dindi, dindi, ma fem. Salumbe, fame. Salumbe, Musayo Salumbe. Dindi Dindi my fame. Salumbe, Musayo Salumbe. And he went all the way to the Fulani people. And he took the Fula flute. Salumbe, Musayo Salumbe. Musa! Super! Salumbe, Musayo Salumbe. Dindi Dindi my fame. Salumbe, Musayo Salumbe. Dindi Dindi my fame. Salumbe, Musayo Salumbe. I guess you know exactly what happened. Everybody left Mr. Spider and they gathered round Mr. Prawn. They gathered round and they danced and they sang, for Mr. Prawn had traveled across Africa and had brought all the musical instruments of Africa together to win the greatest prize of it all, to win the heart of the princess. And so, my African people, I say to you, when we can come together, when we can bring together the different strengths that we have, the diverse cultures that we have, the diverse identities that we have in Africa, we can bring it all together. And when we do, we will win the greatest prize of all, which is learning how to live in peace with each other. I am Usifu Jalloh. Thank you very much for having me on Ake Arts and Book Festival.
That 5 minutes madness only you can understand. Visit myspectre.com to get your Spectre experience. Spectre, loans in 5 minutes.
Sticky, spicy, sweet.
I don't touch me. I will get you arrested.
Very, very easy.
Relax, everybody. He shot you.
If you ever need a new place to go, you can join me in a world of words. When it seems like I'm nowhere to be found, if you look, you'll find me in a book. Let's take a ride to the past in the back of a phoenix. Let's float around the moon. You'll never be alone. Now you know where to look. Find me, find you, find the word in a book. You'll never be alone. Now you know where to look. Find me, find you, find the word in a book.
We don't just think of ourselves as a bank. We think of ourselves as corporate citizens with responsibility for growing the economy. Reading and education is a key part of it. But equally important is having access to reading materials at home. A lot of the intervention we've done throughout this COVID is to ensure that people can safely navigate the uncertainties of the COVID crisis and come out of it ready for, to live again.
Let's take a ride to the past in the back of a phoenix. Let's float around the moon.
The dreams that we have are limited by what we have directly interacted with. What reading does is it makes it possible for you to begin to live in worlds that don't yet exist. One read creates a discipline of reading. One read puts me on a timeline. It gives me an important book and I have an opportunity to read it and to collaborate. It's almost like having someone who does your book selection for you. If you have editors and people who are really good at this saying to you, this is the book for the month, I value that. I want to be able to read in a community. I want reading to be a collaborative thing. I want reading to be a communing, and One Read allows me to do that. I will use One Read any day, anytime.
Stranger's Guide is not a typical American travel magazine. Our mission is to dive deep into a single location, commissioning work from great writers and photographers, famous individuals, as well as up-and-coming new voices. This year, we decided to go to Lagos. And we are proud of the volume we produced, with original work from some of Nigeria's best writers and photographers, working with luminaries like Wale Soyinka, Molara Wood, and Femi Kuti. We think this is a very special volume, and we're so excited to bring it back to Lagos.